I just want to give you some information that nobody ever talks about sand substrates. The surface area per cubic foot depends on the media that we are using for our plenums. Now we all know that for all biological filters. For instance, a very fine sand with a diameter of 0.125 millimeters or 0.005 inches has 8,000 square feet of surface area per cubic foot of sand. So a sand filter with 2 cubic feet of very fine sand has 16,000 square feet of surface area, so it can process 1,600 grams or 3.5 pounds of food per day. Sand of this diameter in a filter result in a total cost of about a nickel per square foot of surface area. Sand with a diameter of 0.5 millimeters or 0.02 inches has 2,000 square feet of surface area per cubic foot and results in a cost of no more than about 20 cents per square foot of surface area. These are the facts. Okay, these aren't made up things. These are what the facts are. The finer your sand is, the more it's capable, if used in a plenum, let's say like play sand, if you use play sand in a plenum and you have at least 1 or 2 cubic feet of sand that you are using, you can process over 1,600 grams of food per day with that filter. These are just the facts. That's all I'm telling you. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the rest of this video about the 20-gallon goldfish tank. Hello everybody, this is Dr. Novak again. The reason I'm showing you this video is because yesterday I did a water change on the goldfish aquarium, which I do every week, once a week. And of course I clean up the bottom of the tank. And basically anything in the bottom here, the algae stays. But basically what I do is I remove the plants, put them in a 5-gallon bucket, and I clean everything up. Because there is no substrate, it's easy to clean up. Turn the pumps off and clean up. But I want you to look at something in 24 hours. This is 24 hours worth of dirt these goldfish have created right here. Take a look at this. Because they are eating the algae, this is 2 goldfish and the amount of waste they create in 24 hours. Look at that. Now the reason I'm showing you this, well no, it has been a little bit longer than 24 hours. Yeah, it's 48 hours. Sorry, 48 hours. It's been as long as 48 hours. But look at the amount of waste that the 2 goldfish, and this is only 2 goldfish, have created in the aquarium. Look at this. Now I will not clean this aquarium. Every 7 days is when I clean it. So I will not clean it now for quite a few days since it was just done 2 days ago. So I'm showing you this dirty tank. And I'm showing you this tank because the 2 fish are healthy. They like to chase each other, spawning ritual. And the whole tank has a skimmer, which is right here. And I don't really think I need the skimmer, but I've been using it because it's the Eheim skimmer. and I did a video on it. So that skimmer right there is what I've been using right there. And that skims the top. I don't really need it, but I use it because it keeps an extra current going in this side of the aquarium here. Okay, as you see, there is no bubblers. There's no sponge filters or dirt magnets. There's no plenum. There is nothing except, as you can see back here, there's an intake and an outlet, and this is going to the canister filter, which is underneath the aquarium. If you've been watching my videos, this particular canister filter is using an F-Zone 800 gallon an hour pump with reduced tubing on it, with E-Heim connectors, and this is an ADA filter. Inside the filter, which if you've been watching my videos, is a BCB basket, not the bags, a big basket, and the basket is a pretty good sized basket inside there. And then I have other filter medium inside there to help polish and clean the water. And if you've been watching my videos, you will know exactly what I've done to this canister and how I set it up. Okay, now let's go back to the tank. Remember, this is the only filtration that is used. Whenever I have cleaned this canister filter, which I show on my videos, I clean everything down, pull out the BCB basket, just rinse the outside, stick it off to the side, and everything gets 100% cleaned down. It does not get cleaned down in aquarium water. I just use normal tap water, make sure I clean out the sponges real good, throw away floss or anything that needs to be disposable. I throw it away, put brand new in. Watch my video and I show you exactly what I do. So I don't baby it. In other words, a lot of videos are out there where they show keep the aquarium water and clean everything in the aquarium water. No, I do not do that. Right now, the pump is running, and as you can see, that F-Zone pump is very, very quiet. Really no noise at all, as you can notice. So it's a very, very quiet pump. And if I put larger hosing on it, it would pump faster, but right now that's half-inch hosing. I probably will change that in the future, but right now that's what I have, and I'm not going to change it until next cleaning time. As you can see, I think it's got a date on it, 11/8/21. So that means that's when this canister was cleaned, everything was replaced, the BCB was placed back in, and today is the 27th of February. So that's how long this canister has been running without any maintenance. Okay, so now let's go back to the aquarium. Okay, here we are now back to the aquarium. And as you see, the unbelievable amount of fish waste that is in the bottom within 48 hours. Now, I'm not going to worry about picking up this waste here. And the reason I'm not going to worry about it, because the aquarium has no nitrates, no phosphates, no ammonia, no anything. Even after I clean the filter, the tank may turn a little cloudy, but that will clear up in about 24 hours after I clean the filter, because the main part of the filter is the BCB basket. How it's been designed, the kitty litter that it's using with the iron, and it's capable of taking care of this aquarium with nothing more than a canister filter. Now, This goes across the grain of what people believe. They believe that this tank would have to have air bubbles. It's going to have to be cleaned. It's going to have to be just about sterile. You're going to have to pick up as you can see, the fish poop that's back there, which is a lot because these fish keep eating the plants. Like I said, if I feed them, they will start chasing. They like to chase each other around like they're spawning. This is a male and female. So that's why they're alone. So if they want to spawn, they can. They have the Hornworth to do it with. But I wanted to show you this, that this is a very quiet aquarium. It could be put in any bedroom or anything else. All it has is a canister filter running. Taking care of the entire biological filtration system. Now, when I researched the anoxic filtration system, this is exactly what I found. That large BCB baskets can take care of all the ammonia, all the nitrates, nitrites, everything else. The fish get fed twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. The rest of the day, as you can see by their waste, is spent eating algae. They will scrape the algae off the back of the glass. They will scrape the algae off the bottom. The algae is growing because this tank is right by a window. It can't be more than a foot away from the window. And this is a southern facing window, so it gets direct sunlight into it. And these plants, by the end of the day, are going to be just loaded full of oxygen bubbles from photosynthesis. On top of the aquarium, on top of all that, let me show you. I have two lights. I have the fluval light and I have another light. The fluval light is set at 100% of everything and is 100% of all of its maximum LED lights. The other light is two 60-watt LED light bulbs you buy at any hardware store. And these turn on to help promote algae, since the goldfish love eating algae on a constant basis, as you can see. And if you look at my older video, you'll see these goldfish have actually grown since I put them in this aquarium. I can tell they've grown. Slowly, but they are growing. This is the video I want to show you because if things are done right, and this BCB basket that's in this canister is over a year old now, once you make a large BCB basket, it can handle a whole aquarium. Much contrary to what everybody tries to show you, that you need all these sponge filters and then they're bubbling, they're making noise. You don't need that. As you see, the water is being agitated on top from the outlet, and plus the skimmer over here is skimming, and they are adding oxygen to the aquarium itself. But the goldfish show no signs of stress. They're not showing any signs that they need more oxygen. They're not gulping air. They, like I said, you could look at them right now. They're just eating. They can care less. So they're not oxygen deprived because of the way the filter has been designed. It is not a filtration system that depends on high amounts of oxygen. Now, this doesn't mean anaerobic bacteria does not, the anaerobic bacteria, it does not exist inside this aquarium. Well, because we don't have substrate, stuff like that. But the aerobic bacteria does exist. But you also have what is called anoxic conditions, which we know the Factutata bacteria live in. And that is in the BCB basket. So we are completing the nitrogen cycle in its whole, where we were taking ammonia, breaking it down into nitrites, and then the nitrites are being broken down into nitrates. But we also have a bacteria that uses ammonia directly and turns it into N2 gas, and we will have it where it uses the nitrates that are being created by the aerobic bacteria, and that in turn will be turned into a food source for the Factutata bacteria also. So I wanted to show you this, how dirty the aquarium is after just 48 hours. And yet this happens every week, week after week. Look at the fish. Look at the goldfish. They're not sick. These little guys, there's no fin rot. There's no disease. Their fins look good on both of them. They're hungry. They constantly chase each other around once I feed them. In fact, I'll give them a little bit of food just so. There, I gave them a little bit of food. It's floating on top. But watch them very carefully. Now, these are not two fish that have bad fins or showing any signs that they are stressed out. And yet, there's no filtration in here except a canister filter, and that's it. You have the plants, which is basically a food source for the fish. But if you watch the fish, they're very active and nothing's wrong with them. So that's what I wanted to show everybody, that with the right kind of filtration system, you'll be able to keep animals like this. And you see how they're chasing each other? See that? That's because they're happy. They got a little bit of food. And now that is more of a spawning thing. See how they are chasing? They do that all the time. They're not picking on each other. That's a spawning ritual for the two fish. And as they do that, some of the waste gets picked up by the canister. And remember, as dirty as these fish are, as you can see, the canister filter's handling everything without a problem. Yet, we are told constantly we need all this filtration system. We need hang on the back filters. In fact, I know someone who has 2 goldfish like this, and they have 3 hang on the back filters connected to their aquarium to help try to keep it clean. Because we have been told throughout the years that this is the way it has to be, and we don't realize that we do have filtration systems out there far superior than what we were told, like an anoxic filter that does the job better than what we were told, because it covers all the bases of the biological filter, not just some of them. So we don't have to worry about nitrates and phosphates going out of hand, but we still have a nice growth of algae in the aquarium, and that's exactly what we want for the goldfish. So anyhow, that's it with this video. I just wanted to show you and prove to you, give you proof that with the right kind of filtration system that completes the entire nitrogen cycle, you don't have to worry about is your tank getting a little dirty, because it is that capable of a filtration system that you don't constantly have to keep things sparkling clean. You don't have to do that. This whole thing's being run off of that canister. That's it. And these goldfish are very happy. And this is a good sized tank for 2 goldfish like that, because they are growing and they will grow. And this is a great tank, 20 gallon for 2 goldfish. And they're very happy because look at the amount of waste they create. A ton of waste. Filters handling it without a problem. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something from the video, that be smart about your filtration. That's what people need to do. They need to be smart. They need to think out of the box. And I know what's going to happen. Some people will go, and I've already had the people tell me, they'll go to turn around, go to fish store or whatever, and they'll tell them, oh, that's a bunch of nonsense. Oh, that doesn't work. Really? Show them this video. If it's supposed to not work, why is it working? Okay? If it's not supposed to work and you see the filth that's in this aquarium, that's 48 hours. I will not clean that for the whole week. And then I will take out the plants, like I said, suck up the dirt, turn everything back on, refill it. That's it. I'm done. It takes me a few minutes of work. And look how healthy the fish are. No problems at all. So this is the thing, is we got to start thinking out of the box of how filtration is supposed to be and how we as hobbyists can start applying it to our aquariums. So until next time, this is Dr. Novak. Thank you very much for watching.